up there, guys? This is Jug at 82, and a bunch of people have been asking me about whether or not I would want or will be getting SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Now, right here is the first SmackDown vs. Raw. These are all the SmackDown vs. Raw games. Actually, these are every single SmackDown vs. Raw game that I own. Now, SmackDown vs. Raw, the series itself, is a continuation from the SmackDown games in general. SmackDown vs. Raw would be a predecessor, the sequel to SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Now, when SmackDown vs. Raw came out, it basically was to separate itself from the other SmackDown games. And here's the first SmackDown game that came out after Here Comes the Pain, and this is, of course, SmackDown vs. Raw. Now, I'll say this about SmackDown vs. Raw. Okay game, but it really can't light a candle to Here Comes the Pain. But yeah, first SmackDown vs. Raw game. The next SmackDown vs. Raw game to come out would be SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Really, really fun game. I liked everything about this game in particular. Graphics were way improved over the first SmackDown vs. Raw. But a really fun game. The next game is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Another awesome game that for the story mode, it was more creative. You could do a little bit more in the story mode, which made it even more funner. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. People complain about this game. I personally like it because, of course, it features ECW. And on this one, you have some real ECW originals like Sabu, the Sandman, Tommy Dreamer. Of course, you know, he would be on the other ones and whatnot. But SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. People talk about this one as well, but I think what makes this one better is the fact of the tag team action on this particular game. Really, really fun game. And SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Now, I'm going to say this about SmackDown vs. Raw 2020. I'm not ever completed a lot on here, but I just, I play wrestling games to play them, have fun, and whatnot. I played a couple of seasons on here, or Road to WrestleManias, and it's a really fun game. Now, for everyone like Largest 85 to everyone in between who's asked me, Bino, and about whether or not I'm going to get SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, here's your answer. SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Yeah, I caved in. I want to go and see if I can kick you guys' asses on this game. Yeah, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube about this game, and it looks amazing. It has a lot of things going for it. I like the whole breakable tables. It's just the new thing with the weapons. WWE Universe sounds pretty cool as well. And yeah, so I got this SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. And I've also heard that they're going to come out with SmackDown vs. Raw 2012. So here's it, guys. Yeah.